As you establish boundaries with children, remember a few key points. Clearly state your expectations. Be explicit in your language so that there is absolutely no room for miscommunication. For example, instead of saying, "This is a big mess," or even, "I don't like it when the library books are all over the floor," you need to be clear about what your expectations are and what will happen if those expectations are not met. In this example, you could say, "I see a lot of library books on the floor. Books go on the shelf, and if you can't remember to put them there, you cannot go to the library by yourself until you are ready to use it nicely." Consider feasibility. Are you asking the child to do something that they are capable of? Consider the example with the library books. Many children are capable of going to the library by themselves and returning the books to the shelves, but some students may be too young or immature to be expected to do so independently. In this case, it would be unreasonable to set a limit that they are not able to meet. Use positive language, tone, and body language. Setting limits doesn't need to be a negative experience. By establishing boundaries in a firm but warm way, students can acknowledge the boundary while being reassured that your relationship is unaffected. In the case of the library books, consider these two statements. "No putting books on the floor," and "Let's put the books away nicely when we're done with them." The former sounds accusatory because it focuses on the negative action taken by the student, while the latter focuses on a positive action and makes no judgment of the student's behavior. Positive language has an even greater impact when paired with a calm tone and body language, as this indicates to the child that they do not need to be afraid of your emotions and that they are in a safe space. Explain your reasoning. Children are just like adults. They're much more likely to accept a boundary or consequence when they understand why it has been established. And as educators, we should not assume that they come equipped with this knowledge. However obvious it may seem to us, a child may not fully realize that scattering the library books on the floor makes it hard for others to find the books they need. Once explained, children will generally be able to accept the logic behind the boundary, even if they don't like it very much at the time. Establish negative and positive consequences that are logical and proportional. This helps the child to see the cause and effect relationship between their actions and the resulting reaction, which not only shows them that you are reasonable, but helps them learn and apply the lessons to other situations. In the example in the library, a logical and proportional consequence of the child not putting books away is that they are not allowed to go into the library unsupervised until they are able to clean up after themselves. Conversely, if they are able to put their books away every time, they have shown that they are ready to use the library without adult supervision. A disproportionate or illogical response might be to ban them indefinitely from using the library at all, a harsh punishment for forgetting to put away books one time, or making them sit alone for the rest of the day, which has no logical connection to their actions. These consequences would elicit resentment from the child in question, damaging your relationship, and would also fail to provide a meaningful learning opportunity for them.